Welcome back to the Beaufort News. Executive Director of Fresh Start Healing Heart is with us now, Sheila Roemeling. Sheila, good to have you with us, and it's interesting to learn a little bit more about what Fresh Start Healing Heart is. I know it has to do with human trafficking, so tell us about it.
Well, Fresh Start Healing Heart is an anti-human trafficking nonprofit organization that serves South Carolina and Georgia, but we primarily focus on the Lowcountry. And we walk beside survivors during their healing process. That is our first and foremost. And then our second is to reach out to the community, educate for prevention and the recognition of survivors since they don't self-identify.
Right. So is human trafficking a major issue in the Lowcountry?
Well, that's a great question, but it's easier to answer with the fact that we have had the opportunity to touch over 23 lives in the last 5 years. And with that being said, you know, the stats that I've seen out there have said that about 1% actually get out of human trafficking worldwide. Now, I'm not sure on those stats. I just know that that is one that I have seen. And if that's the truth, then with the 23 that we have touched, that have been a few here in the Lowcountry and others throughout the state, but that would tell you that there's a lot we are missing.
Mm-hmm. So I think another good question is if we suspect someone might be trafficked, a child or young person or even adult, what would be the signs of that? Would there be certain signs?
Well, there's a whole host of a list of signs on our freshstarthealingheart.org website, but a few of them is what you're looking for. So if you were to find someone who may be a young girl or boy who seems to be with someone a bit older than them, they seem to look scared or don't even seem to talk to anybody. Maybe they're not dressed the way they should be in the weather conditions, things like that. You're looking for multiple signs, and red flag indicators are on our website, which would be a great place to get those. If it's labor trafficking, it might be that you see the same people working at a place for someone else for a long period of time. They look exhausted. They don't speak the language. It's really hard, though, to detect that without getting to know people. So I say the best way to find out if someone is being trafficked is we need to put our phones down, our electronics down, and just really start getting to know our waiters, our waitresses, getting to know our neighbors. There's a lot of this being done in plain sight. And the thing is with South Carolina, human trafficking, the most it's being caught right now is those who are being Romeo'd in or boyfriended in, as I call it. And that is where someone gets to know either a young girl or a boy and then brings them into the industry. When it comes to the commercial sex industry, when it comes to the labor trafficking industry, it has more to do with people who are being told they'll have a certain type of job. Mm-hmm. It might be they will be in housekeeping or something like that. And then come to find out they're being charged astronomical amounts for rents, food, transportation, things like that. So all the money is actually going right back to the actual person who gave them a paycheck, and they're not really making anything.
So interesting. So there's the sex trafficking, and then there's the trafficking for labor. I did not realize that there were the two types.
Well, in actuality, under labor trafficking also falls baby trafficking and organ trafficking. So, and we deal with all types of human trafficking.
Wow. So again, someone to be involved, how can we get in touch with you if the community wants to be involved?
Well, there are wonderful ways to get involved with us. Of course, financially, we always need monthly donations or donors. We just are opening a secondhand store out in Hampton County in Estill. And that secondhand store is going to not only give us some funding, but it's going to also work towards our advantage to help survivors who want some of them come in and don't have any work background. So we want to help to give them an apprenticeship. So if they are interested in retail management, or small business management, we are going to be able to give them apprenticeships through that secondhand store, as well as serve the rural community and have offices out there. So we are also in need of volunteers that would want to help out in the Estill store, as well as we're looking for clothing donations. We take clothing of all genders and sizes, as well as small household items and accessories. We're not able to take any furniture.
Very good.
So, but we also need people to volunteer in the local area just as well. So if you're interested in volunteering on Hilton Head, Bluffton, Beaufort, we have things for you to do there too.
Thank you so much, Executive Director Sheila Roemeling with Fresh Start Healing Heart. Appreciate all you do in the community. Coming up after the break, we'll find out about the Beaufort Spring Softball League. Stay with us.